Good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Shift with Ann. What's up? I hope you are well today. Today we're going to talk about leadership. What is leadership? What are the qualities of leadership? What does it really mean? Are you in a position of leadership? Do you want to be in a position of leadership? Well, I think everybody has these qualities. You just have to cultivate them. Me, I was a natural. When I was a kid, people would call it bossy. But I think if you channel it in the right direction, bossy can become leader because you're not afraid to take charge of situations. So there's a quote by Tony Robbins, and it is, "To be a leader, bring certainty to an environment where there isn't any." So you know that person who always is like, everything's going to be okay. Here's what we're going to do. That's the leader, somebody always who steps up and makes everybody feel like, okay, I know what to do, and I'm certain of it, and I'm going to make you all feel like you're certain of it too. I think that's probably a pretty good description of it, don't you? The one who creates a calmness and who can take charge and just say, and make people feel comfortable with that and say, here's what we're going to do. Here's another description of leadership by the great Jim Rohn, who's an amazing seller in multi-level marketing. He's made millions of dollars and selling products through multi-level marketing, but also in coaching people who are involved in this. And leadership skills are a huge part of that. So here's what he said. "The challenge of leadership is to be strong but not rude, to be kind but not weak, to be bold but not be a bully, to be thoughtful but not lazy, humble but not timid, proud but not arrogant, have humor but without folly." I'm not quite sure what folly means, but I think it means without goofing around all the time. You just have to have a sense of humor about life, interject a little humor into your day. But I think that's an awesome paragraph. You got to have that balance, right? You need to be able to be strong without offending people, which is not an easy task. You also can be good at delegation. Some of these things that you're not good at doing, like if you're not good at being strong without being rude, you can hire people who are good at being strong without being rude. Or you can hire people who are, a little more humble, or that just have a different approach than you, that have some skills that maybe aren't your strong suit. And that is where leadership can be very instrumental, by picking the right people to be in your organization and to do the things that maybe you don't want to do, or you don't like to do, or you're not good at. You can't be good at everything. Well, you can be good at most things. You can work on a lot of those things. I know I have, and I'm not perfect, but I do try my best to get better at the things that I'm not really good at. And then I also delegate, because I don't like to overwhelm myself. I like being able to hire people, number one. That's the best. I love giving jobs. There's nothing better than that. So delegating things to people that I can pay, or that are willing to volunteer on in some cases. But really, there's nothing better than that for me. So I hope that gives you a little insight about leadership. You can apply that to pretty much anything. Maybe you need to be the leader in your relationship. Maybe you need to be a leader in your women's group, or maybe you are in a position of leadership at your work, and maybe you're having a little struggle with it. You feel uncomfortable. Don't feel uncomfortable. Everybody likes to have a leader. There needs to be somebody saying, everything's going to be okay. That's one of my favorite things by Don Draper. He used to always say that to Betty. He'd say, everything's going to be okay. She called him once and said, say what you always say. And he said, everything's going to be okay. And then boom, she was like, oh, okay, everything's going to be okay. So, but you need to believe it, right? Everything's going to be okay. Here's what we're going to do. So, what do you think about leadership? What's your favorite leadership quote? Maybe you have one. I'd love you to share it with me in the comments. And let's talk about leadership and what are the skills and the traits of leadership. What is your favorite thing about being a leader? So just love to have a conversation with you. So I hope that you'll make a comment, or share it with a friend, or start a conversation in your business about it. That's all I have to say about that. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me on the Morning Shift with Ann. Have a great day.